if we just listen to the Bible, we'd do just fine in health. Deuteronomy 14:3 says, "Thou shalt not eat any abominable thing." But now you know, Brother Philip, Acts 10 tells us it's okay to eat any meat that we want. Well, let's turn to Acts chapter 10 and see just what God has to say. If we turn to Acts chapter 10 and verse 28, Peter, he's summarizing what his dream was in the beginning of Acts 10. Let's see. "And he said unto them, Ye know that it is unlawful for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. But God has showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean." You would think that God said that it would be okay to have a bacon cheeseburger, but that's not what the book says. We really got to look at what God has to say about what we should be eating. 1 Corinthians 3:16 and 17 says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are." Until recently, I haven't been taking very good care of my temple, and God's been destroying it. I felt horrible, and I've had terrible pains, but we've gotten back on the track that God has for what we should be eating. Proverbs 25:16 says, "Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomit it." You see, there's way too much sugar in our foods these days, and we're even adding to it. We've got to be careful. Deuteronomy 5:33 says, "Ye shall walk in all the ways which the Lord your God hath commanded you, that ye may live, and that it may be well with you, and that ye may prolong your days in the land which ye shall possess." See, God's law, especially when it comes to what we should eat, is about prolonging our lives. I could point to any number of verses in the New Testament that would tell you that it's okay to eat whatever you want. He didn't tell me that I could pray the calories out of a donut, and he didn't tell me that I could bless the toxins out of swine flesh. If I can't find anything else, I should just eat what I can find. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1 says, "My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee." See, God's law is about adding years to our life. And if we just eat the things that he tells us to eat, we'll feel better and we'll live longer. And that's really where I am today. I'm not going to judge anybody for what they eat. That's really between you and God. What I eat's between me and God. You should listen to what God had to say. And that's really all I've got to say about everything today. Follow my Twitter feed at twitter.com/plainphilip. That's with 2 L's. Rate this video or make a comment. Subscribe to my channel or just send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and God bless.